Hi everyone, BIgFriendlyWarGamer here. I'm going to be doing Ramble for a little while, probably about an hour. I know it's been about a month since I've done one of these, so I just need to get back on recording and painting and stuff like that. But I'll talk about more about this as I start the Ramble. But I'm going to show you what I've got on my desk first, so you can see what I'm working on. Right, so my desk is a bit of a mess. I've mostly been playing my laptop in the past month or so, but I have started painting again. So as you can see, I'm working on these Death Guard, these 8 Plague Marines at the moment. Also got the Plague Burst Crawler at the back there, with 2 Blight Drones and my Lord of Contagion. These are the last of the Death Guard that I've got to get painted to get me up to date. But also, hidden amongst this, we've got the Doom Ball, which I still haven't finished. To be honest, he's not far off from being finished. He's a few highlights and paint the base and he's done. There's a Necron Destroyer there. There's a Primaris Blood Angel Reaver, right at the back there, in front of the glue. Got a few bits and pieces that I was trialling colours out, the contrast paints and stuff. Hidden behind some of these Death Guard, if I just zoom out a bit, as you can see, we've got Thaddeus the Purifier from Blackstone Fortress, the Chaos Lord, and the Zealot from Blackstone Fortress as well. I was painting Blackstone Fortress stuff. I'm not now, although Thaddeus the Purifier is coming along quite nicely, so he will probably get painted at some point. And we've still got the Defiler in bits and pieces on my desk. Probably just going to be working on these Death Guards today. I've been working on them like for an hour and a half or so each day this week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've done a little bit on them. Basically, I've just done a second layer of silver on them before I started the video because I had to charge my camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my camera up and we're going to get painting. Right, so what we're going to start with is I've got a second layer of Bugman Glow to put on the flesh of the Plague Marines, so I'm going to start with that. Right, so I'm aware it has been about a month since I've done one of these. To be honest, I haven't been painting very much. I completed 4 models last month, which was all 4 models were from Blackstone Fortress, and I decided I need to get back to painting like generic Marines and normal troops, so I'm back on the Death Guard. My painting tally is at 179 now, so with these it'll be 187, so I'll be 13 away from hitting my target, but that's not going to stop me carrying on painting. I've got something quite big I'm going to be working on soon, but you might see, if I do a ramble next week, you might see that, which it might be Thursday next week. I'm knocking the camera now. But yeah, it just depends on what free time I've got. The work's kind of settled down. It's I'm getting used to the nights again, but every now and then I'm not sleeping very well. We've had a lot of family stuff going on, so things have been a bit crazy, but they're hopefully settling down a little bit again now. Yeah, it's got to see how things go next few weeks. But I'm starting to get back into the painting again. Like I said, I've painted for a couple of hours each day this week. And I'm still playing World of Warcraft as well. That's mainly what I've been doing while I've been not painting. Playing World of Warcraft. I just decided it was time I put my laptop to use, and it was a distraction from me not painting as well. So yeah, it's my excuse. So I'm sticking to it. But Warcraft does tend to take up a lot of your time if you actually dedicate yourself to playing it, which I kind of had. And like I said, I'm still playing it in bits and pieces. A little bit less than I was. I'm not worried about rushing through and completing the game because you can't really complete it. So I'm quite happy taking my time and plodding through the game. But we started a Blood Bowl league at the club again. So it's the third league. There's some new people in it. It's pretty cool. I'm a human team. I've played 2 games so far, and I'm doing okay. I won 1 and draw 1. So yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I mean, the game that I drew, it was mostly because my opponent decided to try and hurt my team, and then was going to win the game, and he just left it a little bit too late to catch me because I was 2-0 ahead by the time he was in a position to really bully my team. So he was playing humans as well. So but yeah, I mean, past few weeks, well, past month or so, Games Workshop have released quite a lot of stuff. You've had Warcry, which looks pretty cool, but something I'm not going to get into just at the moment. You've got Aeronautica, I think it's called. That's come out as well. Again, something I'm not really going to get into. At the moment, I've lost interest in 40k. As much as I'm still painting the miniatures for it. Playing the game itself is just, it doesn't grab me like it used to. I'm going to try different ways of actually encouraging myself to play it. Obviously it needs other people to jump on board as well. But we'll see. Still playing 30k. Played a 4,000 point game not last Monday, Monday before. That was fun. Trying different things out for my Heresy army. Didn't go to plan, but it was fun. So yeah, it's this is like I said, I've been recording videos again. I recorded unboxing of the 40k Conquest stuff, which went up last. Did it go up Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember now. But I've been doing the updates on the Death Guard each day, sorry. So that'll go up on Monday. Yeah, because what I'll do is once I've recorded my little bit on Sunday, I will render it and get it uploading. Well, I'll upload it while I'm at the club on Monday. Or Sunday. I don't know, we'll see. Working nights has kind of thrown me off my axis sort of thing. I'm not sure what day of the week I'm on half the time, so yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to be getting some painting done again. I've also started watching some YouTube stuff again. BIgFriendlyWarGamer J is like 3 models away from finishing all of his Space Marines. Now I'm never going to get to a stage where I'm going to have every single model of mine finished painted, but I'm doing fairly well. I mean, I think it's been it's been 4 or 5 years now that I've been tracking what I paint. I think it's been 4 years, and I've constantly painted. I've constantly hit 200 models each year. I mean, I'll probably go above that this year, like I did last year. That's through me having time off work. But we'll see. I think I hit 239 or something last year. So I'm not far off actually hitting the 1,000 models painted since I've tracked what I've been painting. So it's all coming on. Like I said, I'm never going to get everything finished because I own so much stuff. The backlog's huge, and I'm not that quick a painter. I'm very much quality over quantity when it comes to my painting. So, I mean, you look at these guys; they've got way more than 3 colours on them. It's the basic standard that people go by for tournaments and whatever is 3 colours minimum. These have got green, gold, silver, pink, cream. Yeah, quite a lot of colours, but that's okay. It's how I like to paint them, so that's how I'm painting them. Like I said, I've got a big project on the way. I won't say what it is yet until it's actually on my table. I'm going to do a proper blog of it as I paint it as well. It's like I said, it's a really big project. I've never painted something of that size before, so but it would be nice to get it done. It's been a long time coming. So the thing with these Death Guard is they're so detailed, you keep noticing bits that you've missed. I mean, I know you get that generally with most models, but more so with the Death Guard, I find. Okay. So basically what I've been doing with these is I've been planning what I'm going to actually paint on them. Like last night as I was waiting for my bus to go to work, I was planning that I was going to do this second layer of flesh on them. I was going to do the second layer of silver, which I did earlier. And I was going to shade both colours and then paint the black bits. The black bits are basically any wires that I've not painted flesh colours. All the joints in the armour and the guns, basically. So I was going to get up to that stage today, and I should do that quite easily. I mean, I'm 10 minutes into this video and already the silver's done, the flesh is near enough done. I've got no, that is, the flesh is now done. So I've got to shade both colours, and then I'm going to paint the black. And then it's a case of finding something else to do if I run out of stuff to paint before I've on my time. So just clean this palette up. So yeah, I've been playing Blood Bowl and 30k. I don't think I've played 40k now for... We played Apocalypse a while ago when it first come out. It's just a good game. It's a good game system. There's issues with it, but it's quite good. If you want to play really big games, it is pretty cool. I mean, my issues with it is the fact that you just target characters and eliminate them quite easily, which isn't great. But right, so we've got some non-oil, and now I'm going to shade all the silver. But yeah, I mean, Apocalypse is it's a way of, if you want to play really big games, then you can. Yet to see anyone else play it at the club yet, except me and my friend. Also tried something else out. I mean, about a month ago now. Well, it was a month ago because it was last month's painting thing. I made a little collage of the all the stuff that people have been painting from the club. Put a bit of music to it and uploaded it to YouTube. But it wasn't on my channel. It was on the Batlux channel. I said I was going to do another one this month, and I haven't yet, but I will. Well, put one up for August. I will do that. Just trying to encourage people to paint more. I mean, as it stands at the moment, the video would be mostly taken up with one guy's painting, but it won't all be from that one guy. There will be some stuff from other people. I'm trying to get the Batlux channel off the ground as well. I mean, the main thing I can do is battle reports for that. I was considering doing getting people together on like Skype or something like that and doing like a wargaming chill out where we all sit and paint for a little while. It's all about trying to encourage people to actually get stuff painted, you know what I mean? This is what the whole painting group was actually originally set up for. It was to motivate people to paint, and I think it's worked to some extent. I mean, it could do better, but it's going okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm 3 miniatures away from completing my Blackstone Fortress set, which for me is pretty big. It kind of struck me a couple of days ago or a week or so ago that in the 30 odd years that I've been doing wargaming in one way or another, whether it be board games or actual tabletop war games, I've never painted a full box set of miniatures. By box set I mean like a proper game, like Hero Quest or Space Crusade or Blackstone Fortress or something like that. So being 3 models away, one of which is already got a load of paint on him, I really want to push myself and get them finished. Now the Black Legion Lord, he'll be quite straightforward, I think. Thaddeus the Purifier is, like I said, he's coming along nicely anyway. And then I've got the Pyrus Vaughn, I think her name is, the zealot with the flaming, the chainsaw with the flamer on the end. Yeah, so they're coming on nicely. I'm taking it slow with them because they are character models. I do tend to put a little bit more time into character models than I do generic troops, so they are getting quite a lot of attention. And I'll finish them when I finish them. It's not, I mean, to hit my 200 target, if I finish these Death Guard, I'll be 13 away. And I could paint 5. I mean, it's September now, October, November, we've got 3 months. All I'd need to do is paint maybe 6 models. 6 models a month? No, not even that. And I would be done. Four a month and 1 extra. But I think I'm going to get more painted this month anyway. It wouldn't surprise me if I actually I hit my target this month. I hit my 200 for this month. And then it will leave me 3 months to get painted what I want to get painted. As much as I'm not painting to anyone's schedule or anything, but I mean, the Plague Burst Crawler's not far off being finished. There's a few highlights, a bit of dry brushing, and paint the side guns, and it's done. So yeah, that'll be finished pretty soon, I think. Once I finish these Plague Brains, I want to get these Plague Brains finished because they round out my Plague Brain squads for my Death Guard. And I actually would like to get a game with these Death Guard before the end of the year. Like I said, the problem is though, I've kind of fallen out of interest of playing 40k, so it might have to be like a narrative driven game. I'll have to look through the rule books and the supplements and stuff and see what there is. I mean, I have played one game with them, which was an Apocalypse game, so that kind of counts, I guess. But yeah, I mean, the month that I've not put videos up, I did have kind of a painting block. Painting was becoming a chore. It was just not, I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying sitting down at my desk and painting, even though I was still sitting at my desk most of the time because, like I said, I was playing Warcraft. But it is what it is. But now I've kind of got the bug back. I'm more than happy to be sitting here for an hour or so doing my videos and rambling while I'm painting. See, the names of the rambles are going to change slightly. They'll still be called rambles, but they'll have in the title a little bit of what I'm talking about. So for example, this one will probably be Warcry and what's it called, Aeronautica. because I've talked about them, about how I won't actually get into them, but anyway. I mean, we started playing Battlefleet Gothic as well at the club a little while ago, and that's kind of gone quiet, but that's fine because it's people are busy. It'll pick up again because people picked up fleets. They've got like little fleets growing, so at some point we'll get back to that. I obviously need to get my fleet painted because they're not painted at all. I've got a colour scheme I think I'm going to do for them, which is my old blue, red and gold colour scheme. So the blue's easy, it's just painted blue, shaded and dry brushed. Then the gold is just paint and dry brush, paint, shade and dry brush, and then the red. The red's the last colour because it actually gets highlighted rather than dry brushed and stuff. So yeah, it should be pretty cool if people actually get into it. Again, we started playing Necromunda a little while ago, and that kind of stopped, which was just people are busy. Like the Blood Bowl League takes up a lot of time. So yeah, it's just what people can fit in. So, and all these games, there's no rush. We'll get back to them at some point. I think this is the third Blood Bowl League. I think this is going to be the last one that I'm in, for a little while anyway. I'll still run them, but I'm just not going to be playing in it. Unless of course I win the league, in which case the returning team and all that. I don't think I will win the league though. There's much stronger teams out there than me. Right, so that's all the shade on the silver done. Not very interesting, I know, but it's got to be done. So now I'm going to shade all the flesh with reicent flesh shade. Again, I end up with half my paint pots out of my actual paint rack. Always happens. Because I don't just base coat models. So yeah, I end up using a lot of my paint range, but that's fine. Again, just hitting all the fleshy parts with a shade. Some of these models have a lot of fleshy parts, others don't have a hell of a lot, but I noticed some bits that I've missed the non-oil shade on as well, so I have to go back on that afterwards. This is quite a common thing when I'm shading models, missing bits, but it's fine. Actually running low on some of these inks, so I'm gonna have to have a look through my supply and see if I've got any more. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I've got a reicent flesh shade, a large pot somewhere. I know I've got non-oil. I've got loads of that. So yeah, all I do is I take it out of the big pots and put it in the small pots so that they can go back in my shelf. and I don't have pots of this, that and everything all over my desk all the time. He's done. I generally try to, at the end of each painting session, have a clear up, put all my pots away. Doesn't always happen, but most of the time it does. But yeah, this will be going up tonight while I'm at work. I'll set it uploading just before I leave. Normally takes about 2 hours to upload a video. Yeah, it's not a quick thing. I mean, the Warcraft video that I put up, what was it, 3 weeks ago now. It was just me trying something out on my laptop, because I've got the ability to actually record what I game, record what I play, and or I can live stream it. Now I haven't got a Twitch account properly set up so I can live stream yet, but I might do that at some point. Give it a go, why not? But for now, recording videos is my thing, and posting them later. Yeah, that's kind of my thing at the moment. So, well, it has been my thing for nearly 2 years now. I'm not actually sure what number of Ramble I'm on. I'm pretty sure I'm in my 80s, but we will see. I'll have a look at that before I upload this, so I actually put it in number. It will be. I'm pretty sure I'm in my in the late 80s anyway. But like I said, it's been a month, and I've slept since, so I don't remember what I did yesterday mostly. So. Like I said, half the time, because my shift pattern as it is, I don't know what day of the week I'm on, to be honest. So it is a little bit frustrating, but my contract's been extended as well till the end of December. Beyond that, I don't know. Just got to play it by ear. And it could get extended again till April, but then jobs could come up that I'd be interested in. I mean, one come up last week that I was considering, but it disappeared pretty quickly, so I assume someone grabbed the job, so it's okay. Last one. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint all the black areas, and then I've got stuff like I've got the loincloths to paint, which would be Rackar flesh. I want to give the bone colour another highlight, another shade, sorry, not another highlight. It needs highlighting afterwards, but for now it wants another shade, because I don't want clean looking bone, I want quite diseased, dirty looking bones and horns. Quite fit for Death Guard, so right, okay. So I think we're about half hour into this. Yeah, we're exactly half hour into this. I'm going to stop quickly and go and grab a drink. I will be right back. Right, so grab some Avalon Black. Sometimes it's always good to not continuously paint for a long time. I just went to stretch my legs as well, grabbed a drink, plus I'm waiting for shades to dry, so then I was only away for 5 minutes, but you really shouldn't sit for hours on end and not move. I know I couldn't, it would hurt my back a lot and my neck. So getting some of this Avalon Black, thinning it down. And this is basically going to be painting the bolters, and then I'll be going back over and painting all the wires and armour joints. But I need different brushes for different size stuff, so for painting the bolters I'm going to be on my larger brush, and then I'll switch to a smaller brush when I need to do the more detailed stuff. Some of these bolters are quite detailed. I'm going to try to paint as much as I can with the large brush, but I think this one I'm going to have to switch to a smaller brush for. In other ones like this, the bolter's quite normal. So yeah, so with the 40k Conquest, we're on, was it issue 50 I think I hit on the weekend. Now I know I've got another set on its way. It should be here probably over the weekend or something. So it'll be another 4. So Conquest is starting to wind down a little bit now. It's in its last third, and there's less and less Death Guard coming in it. I mean, that I know of. I've got another 20 Poxwalkers, 2 more Plague Marines, the Tallyman, who I'm not too sure what he does, to be honest. I'll look it up eventually, and Typhus, and I think that's more or less it. I don't think there's any more Death Guard in this than that. I could be wrong. I may be missing something somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that's about right. So obviously my paint load will get lighter. I'll have more time between months to actually paint, and that also means I'll probably be finished painting before the actual Conquest magazine finishes, because I believe the last 6 issues are four issues are the Space Marine Repulsor, and then 2 issues are Terrain right at the end, which I found it a bit weird finishing on Terrain, but oh well. I could have finished it with a limited edition Marine character or something like that, but it's fine. So overall, the Conquest stuff's been okay. Been the odd issue that wasn't really worth it. I mean, I understand why they put the paints in, because it is supposed to be for beginners. But I didn't need any of the paints that have come. It's been handy. Like for example, the Avalon Black. Like everyone needs Avalon Black. So it saved me having to go out and buy another pot of Avalon Black. But stuff like one of the next 2 issues is just a pot of Astrogranite, which if you work it out, the magazine itself is £8. Pot of Astrogranite is like just under a £5, I believe. So you're kind of not getting value for money with that issue, but that's alright. Considering that most of GW's prices have gone up, but the price of Conquest hasn't. It's been pretty good. And you like what I've been doing, where I've been painting the stuff as it comes out. I always wanted to do this with an army, not buy it in bulk and sit there and go, oh, I've got so much to paint, got so much to paint. Just to buy it in bits and pieces, paint it, buy the next lot, paint it, buy the next lot. It's been really nice doing that with Conquest. Now they're actually releasing an AOS one as well. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm not really interested in it. AOS for me is a game that's very samey all the time, I find. And it's, yeah, I don't like the Stormcast, which are the you get two, obviously you get two armies in the set. You get Stormcast and you get Nighthaunt. Nighthaunt are like undead. Neither of them really bother me. I can see why they would do it. It makes sense because Conquest has been a success, I believe. So why not jump on the bandwagon and do AOS as well? But I don't think it's going to be something I'm going to pick up. It's going to be running alongside Conquest as well, so I mean, Conquest cost me, I think it's £23 a month. Which isn't a lot, but when they throw in the extras that you don't really get a choice about, like the folders, but obviously the folders are fine because I do actually want to have the folders. And to me, one of the big points for Conquest, which is really good, is the missions in every issue, or almost every issue. That's one thing that may draw me back into 40k, is playing some narrative stuff. Maybe some Death Guard against Ultramarines. If I know anyone who's got an Ultramarine army, I don't think I do. But it could be generic Space Marines, so it wouldn't be a problem. I do know someone who plays Ultramarines. Of course I do. And of course, because I haven't handed the stuff over to my nephew yet, the Space Marine stuff from Conquest, I've got a big box of models sitting there, waiting to be built. Now I don't think my nephew's totally into the hobby that much, so maybe a case of I claim the Space Marines for my Blood Angels, but I don't know yet. Because there's quite a lot of stuff in there. There's the Redemptor Dreadnought. You've got a Land Speeder now. You've got Space Marine, 2 Space Marine bikes. There's quite a lot of Marines. So it's quite a fleshed out army. I would say it's probably around 2,000 points. I could be wrong. There's scouts in there as well. Right, let's switch to my smaller brush now so I can hit the detail bits. Back to this guy. So this guy's bolter is really quite intricate. I'll show the bolter there. I don't know if it's going to show up too well. There you go. So just try and hit the bits that I haven't actually painted gold on. quite fiddly, but that side's done. Mum starts hoovering. That's alright. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to try and keep up with these blogs again. I think that the month away done me good. Made me actually want to start doing them again. Now don't get me wrong, I want to do these videos. Just I thought they'd kind of lost their way, and I had nothing to talk about. And like the video started off with me, it was a way that I could speak my mind without comeback, without people taking offence and stuff. And it evolved, it changed into something else. When I was getting over my depression and stuff, yeah, it became more a painting thing, which was great. But I'm not sure where I'm at with it now. You know, I mean, there's still things I would like to say, but I'm wary about saying them because I don't want to. I know certain people listen to these, and that's unfortunate because this was supposed to be very open. My videos were supposed to be me being very open about things, but it is what it is. There's things I can maybe talk about in the future, but not just now. It came down to, I was talking a lot about my old friends, and how I fell out with them. Sometimes friendships aren't a good thing. I mean, I know everyone. The saying goes, "You pick your friends, you can't pick your family." But sometimes the friends that you have are people you've grown up with, and it's easy to be friends with them, even if it is sometimes a negative thing. And some of my friendships were very negative. They were. I mean, there's a big thing at the moment about racism and bullying on Twitter towards football players and stuff. But it was something I was watching. They were interviewing John Barnes, the ex-footballer, and he was saying about it's human life at the moment, where it's considered fine to bully people and to crack jokes at people's expenses and not consider the damage you do to them. And I call it trolling, and it's something that I've tried to stop in the Facebook groups that I actually run. I don't allow it in the painting group because it's negative to what it should have been. The painting group was about promoting people, like invigorating people to actually get their models painted. It was supposed to be a motivational thing, and I think for the most part it is. You get very little trolling in there. You get it more on the main groups, but there's nothing I can do about that, because as much as I am a moderator, I'm not in direct control of those groups. But I would cut it out totally. I wouldn't have any of it. Being someone who has been on the end of trolling, bullying, banter, whatever you want to call it, I wouldn't have it at all. I just think that as much as one person sees it as a bit of light-hearted fun, another person can see it totally differently, and a lot of people don't. They bottle things up, and it's quite bad. It's a bad thing. It's not nice. You just don't need. There's no need for it. I mean, I can understand you have a laugh and a joke with your friends and stuff, but as long as it's two ways and both of you understand that it is just a joke. When you've got one person who feels differently, to one person it's banter, and to another person it's bullying. And I don't like that. I don't like that bullying aspect of it. So I try to stop it wherever I can. It's just not necessary. You just don't need it. It's about time the human race started being nicer to each other, rather than all the bullying and racism that goes on. It's a very negative thing. People just need to grow up a little bit and realise that you don't need that in your life. Using someone else putting someone else down to make yourself feel good. It's not necessary. I'm sorry this has taken a very weird sort of turn, but it is a ramble. I do ramble on a little bit, so you have to just bear with me, I'm afraid. I mean, of course, you're perfectly welcome to turn this off if you don't want to listen to me talking crap. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything, but I just think it's unnecessary, the continuously trolling, bullying, banter thing. Painting the black on these Death Guards does take a little while, because it's some of it is quite fine detail. But yeah, work's been fine. I mean, it's continuous. I shouldn't really say it, but it's a bit tedious. It's a bit monotonous, same thing over and over again. But they pay my bills. They let me buy toy soldiers, so I don't mind it too much. Though saying that, I actually haven't bought any models for a while. I think the last ones I did was Traitor Command when it came out for Blackstone Fortress, so talking about 2 months ago. That will probably change next week, because I've got my eyes on some stuff. Like, you got the new expansion for Blackstone Fortress come out called Escalation. Now, I'm not sure whether to actually go and buy it or not, purely because I haven't played Blackstone Fortress. I mean, we played it a little bit, very little bit. And it would be nice to actually play it a bit more before I jump into an expansion for it. Now I know I've got the 2 other expansions, but they are quite small expansions, so it wasn't too much of a problem. Just realised how off camera I was, so it's too late on to actually adjust the camera now, so I will probably make note of it for next week. Next week will be a different thing anyway, because you'll see something different on my desk. These guys will be finished, I'm pretty sure of it. So like I said, I'm doing the black on these now, and it's not going to be a lot more to do on them. I mean, I've got to highlight the flesh, paint any like robes or anything like that, loincloths, obviously base coat, shade, highlight that, then do a little bit of weathering on the silver like I normally do, so the knives look a bit poisoned and stuff. But yeah, that's more or less it. I mean, we've got to base them and paint like the eyes, that kind of thing. But then they're done. Thing is, not bragging, not at all. I'd say my painting is a little bit above tabletop standard. I don't go full on into every single model. Sometimes there is a bit less highlights, like for example I'm pretty sure some of my other Death Guard haven't got highlights on the armour. I could be wrong, but I think that is the case. But to be honest, at a distance where I'm going to be gaming with them, you're not going to be able to tell anyway, so I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I'll probably grab some more generic guys to start painting next as well. So I always have a couple of projects on my table at any one time. I want to get my Blood Angel Heresy army started. Now that I've finished building my heavy support squad of 10 assault cannons, I really want to get them, start to paint them. So I may grab a tactical squad of them and start getting them done. So again, like I said, doing them squad by squad would be nice, but I've got loads of them built, so what I've done with the Death Guard isn't going to work, so I'm just going to have to get stuck in and start painting them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to not just paint like 3 squads of guys. I'm going to paint a squad, a character and a vehicle, and then move on from there. Do it so basically I'm squad character vehicle, or something along them lines anyway. I haven't got a lot of vehicles yet for my Blood Angels. For my Heresy Blood Angels I've got 100 of them for my 40k Blood Angels. And I was considering just using the 40k ones for the 30k. I may do that. After all, a rhino is a rhino is a rhino. So. Yeah, with my Heresy Blood Angels, I'm going very much for something similar to what I'm doing with my Death Guard for 40k. They're going to be armoured transports, armoured assault. Because the Rite of War that I'm looking at for Blood Angels, stuff either needs to be equipped with a jump pack, or they need to be in transports. So it is kind of limiting. I don't think I could take artillery, but that's fine. So I'll take other tanks. I may have to buy some other tanks, but that's fine. I mean, I've got 40k tanks that I could use quite easily as like Predators and stuff like that. Which I probably will. I don't see the point in having the same vehicles for two armies and loads of them everywhere. So, right, so this is the last guy that I've got to paint the black on for now. And it's I think the video's been a bit long. I think it's just over an hour now. But it's been nice painting and just talking in front of the camera again. I mean, there's a number of people that I've spoke to about depression, and like I've found this works for me. It might not work for everyone, and it's totally understandable, but for me, being able to voice what I want to voice without it being directed at anyone excuse me, is very helpful for me, so I will continue doing it for as long as I can be bothered to anyway. But yeah, I would like, my aim for the channel would be to be able to monetize it, be able to make some money off what I do. I'm miles away from that at the moment. YouTube have got quite strict policies as to what gets you to that stage and all that, so yeah, so that's all the Death Guard with the black painted on them. They are really close to actually being finished. I mean, yeah, I can highlight the black and stuff. Actually, I've missed bits on this guy. Might as well do it while I'm here. And it's not a lot, to be honest. It is literally just these cables that go over the backpack that I missed. So yeah, there we go. So that is the 8 Death Guard, really coming on now. Now I probably will call that for the day there. It is what, 3 o'clock now? So I can get the video put together and I can get it uploaded tonight. But thank you if you've listened to me ramble for an hour. I know I go off topic and I talk about a load of random things, but it's just what comes into my head. And yeah, it is what it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the camera off and I'll give you a bit of a close-up of what I have painted today. Right, so here they are, the 8 Death Guard. I mean, I could literally base these now and they would be tabletop standard. I'd be quite happy to use them in games. But I want to get them finished so I can add them to my painting tally for the year. So yeah, there we go. 8 Death Guard, and I will hopefully see you next week. Please feel free to subscribe if you like these videos. Give me a thumbs up or throw me a comment. I'm open to criticism. I don't mind a bit of advice. But yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.